So we just did a little workout. Father and son workout was 20-minute AMRAP. One person's always on the running on the assault runner. And while the other partner hammers through 4 movements. 10 kettlebell swings, 10 viper presses, double ground overhead, 10 sandbag squats at the shoulder, 10 handstand push ups. Switch after a full round is done. We got exactly 4 rounds apiece. So 4 on the run and then 4 on the 4 movements. So I won't talk too much. I want this guy to talk. So that's my dad. Y'all know him because we just did a tour of his basement gym. So Dad, how old are you?
61.
So, and why are you up in Boston this weekend?
Bringing the young kid back to college.
That's right.
Visiting my son and his family.
So, my little brother Carter, he's how old?
20.
20. How old am I?
31.
31. So, exactly 30 years between us. My dad's dropping my little brother off at BC to finish up his junior year. And so, Dad, I got a question for you that a lot of people want to know is, how do you stay fit at 61?
Well, I think it's about being who you need to be. I enjoy working out, I enjoy trying to eat right, and I like moving. I want to keep moving.
Yeah.
Do what I like to do. So, and I actually love working out.
Yeah. Is it a priority for you?
I schedule it every day.
Yeah, so you schedule it every day. Now, are there times where you don't work out because of life, work, travel, whatever it might be?
Oh, absolutely. Or just if I overdo, I rest. If I'm not feeling real well, I give myself a break or I go light.
Yeah.
And sometimes life gets in the way, but that's okay.
A lot of people ask, is CrossFit dangerous? At 61 years old, before we answer that question, from a fit perspective, you have 61 years behind you. How fit are you compared to the previous 61 years of your life?
I can do things I couldn't do when I was in high school.
Yeah.
So, pretty good. My cardiovascular fitness may be not as good as when I was 20, but the rest of me is pretty good.
Have you learned more physical skills in the past 10 years of your life than maybe the predicated 50?
I'm actually more coordinated at 61 than I was as a kid.
Yeah.
Because I do a lot of different...
And did you play sports as a kid?
Football.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you were doing things.
I was doing things, but not the kinds of things I do now.
Yeah. Now, the past 10 years, you've had setbacks, right? Injuries and things like that?
Yeah.
What's the biggest thing you've learned in your CrossFit journey from maybe some mistakes that were avoidable and some unavoidable?
I think the avoidable ones that I learned is to live to work out another day. So at 50 or 60 or whatever, 40, I had to realize I'm not going to the World Championship, even though every workout a part of me feels like I want to be, but I'm not. So I have to stop when if I have to do a little less or a little slower, I do that.
Yeah. Heck yeah. So today we did a workout. Now myself, Austin behind the camera, used a 72-pound bell, 50-pound dumbbells, 150-pound sandbag, and 10 strict handstand push-ups. How did you scale today's workout?
I did 53 on the kettlebell, 235s on the dumbbell.
Yeah.
I did the 100-pound bag. I did 5 strict handstand push-ups.
And that puts you right where you need to be.
Yeah, it was perfect.
Yeah.
I was done when I was done.
Right. That's awesome. So if you were to give advice to someone your age that hasn't done CrossFit or anything physically, what advice would you give them to start this journey?
Start the journey.
Yeah.
Show up. Find a place where you're comfortable and show up.
That's awesome. So for me, as my father's son, it's awesome that, obviously growing up, unbelievable amounts of support from my dad, but now that I'm 31, I have a 4-month-old daughter, and I've been married to my wife for 5 years and been with her for 12. I can still tell you that on a Sunday, a rare Sunday where I'm not traveling for CrossFit level 1s or level 2s, my dad comes and we can work out together. He came over and he held my daughter, fed my daughter, helped her put her to bed, cooked dinner for me and my little brother, and his girlfriend. And then we woke up first thing, and the first thing we did was have a cup of coffee. Then we worked out for 20 minutes in my garage and listen to some classic rock, just busting ass. And for me, that's an inspiration to what I want to be when I'm 30 years older, and like my father. And that's what CrossFit's all about, and the scalability that my dad has learned to be able to keep doing through this. But not many 61-year-olds can walk around and say that they can work out for 20 minutes, swing a 53-pound bell, throw 70 pounds overhead with these, squat a 100-pound sandbag, and do strict handstand push-ups, and run on a true form runner, which most people can't even walk on without falling. That to me that's what this shit's about. And for me, it's really powerful. And hopefully you find that what my dad has to say is inspirational. Or sometimes people look at me and they say, "Oh, you're young, you're fit, you've gone to the CrossFit Games. I can't relate to you, But here's the deal, you can relate to this guy. Why? Because he's 61 and you're either half his age or you're his age or whatever it might be, and he's still doing it. And that's what it's about. So for all those sons of fathers out there, you better get your ass working. There's no excuses. For all you fathers of sons out there, you need to get your ass in working to be an inspiration for them. It works both ways. It's a one-to-one equation. It's 1 = 1. It goes both ways, and at some points he needs me, at some points I need him. And I love this stuff, and for me, I'm going to CrossFit for the rest of my life, and at some point, I'll pull back on the volume and maybe the intensity and just do this stuff once in a while and stay fit for the rest of my life. But, I love working out. My dad loves working out. He started my journey when I was a little kid, a little chubby teenager. He said, "What'd you tell me, Dad? What'd you tell me in the basement after I watched you do push-ups?"
I said, if you're going to play sports, if you're going to be successful, you got to work out. And we just started simple things, push-ups, sit-ups.
That's it.
Nothing fancy.
And what'd you tell me? That everyone else, what about everyone else? They're going to be what?
Better, bigger, faster. You have to work harder.
If I were to give the most impactful moment of my life from a work ethic perspective, I'll never forget that. Because you've heard me say it before if you follow me, is be the hardest worker in the room. I'm not the best at anything. Everyone's bigger, faster, stronger, intellectually, physically, psychologically, whatever it might be. Just be the hardest worker in the room. So we did push-ups, we did dips, we did sit-ups. We worked hard, and ever since then, when I found CrossFit, it was a perfect mix because I could work hard and I could see results. And I still am 10 years in. My dad is still 10 years in. 61 years of life, 31 years of life for me. So hopefully you find some value with this. Be an inspiration. Just start. That's what my dad said. Where do you start? Just show up and start. There he is.
Start.